let's talk about branch growth. And I know your region started out as a branch, right?
Yeah.
So, what are the key strategies you've implemented at your branch to become a region?
I started off with Svetlana in 2014. We started off together in a branch. Then um, she went off and opened up her own branch. And then I stayed with her, moved from one branch to the other, and then started growing a team within her branch. And then from her branch, we decided to open a West Valley branch to where I was at because she was Far East Valley. Um, and then eventually we became an area and then a region, right? And I think one of the most important things that she taught me was to stay on top of your pipeline. It's amazing to me and how many managers don't know the loans that they have with their loan officers, that they don't maintain a pipeline, that they don't know where the loans are going every day. I don't think I've ever met um, a higher level manager that knows our 60 loans by like last name and knows that you were supposed to lock this one, or hey, what happened to that loan? Did they sign last night? Like Svetlana does. Like she's
Yeah.
on top of that pipeline. I do a lot of the pipeline management. And we are in that pipeline consistently all day. We know exactly how many loans are supposed to fund every day. We know what loans needed to lock today. We know which loan has an extension. We know which loan the appraisal's late. Like every single file, like we're consistently on them, and we're talking to the loan officers good 2-3 times a week. Like, did you lock this loan? Like, do you have any conditions that you can't clear? Let me talk to the underwriter about this. Let me bring it up to policy. We do a lot of TBDs, which is just underwriting the credit and the borrower, or the credit, the income without the property, right? While they are in the pre-qualification status. And even those, we're looking at them, we're looking at all the conditions. Like, so as a manager, to being very involved in that pipeline and the pipeline moving forward, I think that that has helped us continue growing, because I see a lot of big branches not work well, but I also see that the managers are have no idea what's going on with the pipeline.
Yeah, it's those small details you've got
Yes.
to make sure that you're paying attention to everything that's happening.
Yes. What do you think also helped us grow?
I think support, because I think when a lot of people talk about support, especially when we're recruiting, we talk to candidates, they talk about, I don't have any support. I think most people think, oh, they're not closing my loans. Underwriter's not doing this, process is not doing this. But I mean, that's, when we talk about support, it's the entire thing, entire gamut. It's making sure that once you submit a loan, your loan closes, but it's also helping you grow as a loan officer.
Yeah.
Because what we do a lot of coaching. Like I said, on our calls, it's a lot of coaching, and we try to, we do some one-on-one coaching, and we really try to focus on loan officers getting better. If every loan officer could improve by one more loan a month, now you're talking 25, 30 more loans a month for the region. So when we talk about business development and market growth, it's not just recruiting and adding people, it's making the people you have better, giving them an opportunity to be better and hit their goals. So really, what Svetlana does really well is to really build a relationship with the loan officers and ask, hey, where do you want to be?
Yeah.
Because we don't assume everybody wants to double their production, because some people don't. Right? Some people say, hey, I'm good here. I want to do my 3-4 loans. I want to really focus on quality of life, or whatever that is. But it's really, from an individual basis, knowing how we can make each loan officer better. We focus on a couple different things, especially with new loan officers. We focus on activities. Are you doing the activities that fit your strengths? And then we focus on branding. We focus heavily on branding and image, making sure that your online branding and your online image is who you are and it's as strong as it can be. And then Yvonne helps us focus on metrics. We call them success metrics. You gotta know, what you're doing and what your goal is, whether it's, annual income, number of closed loans, appointments, referral partners, really dissecting the metrics, the success metrics, so that you can grow your business. So recruiting, it's a piece of it, but neglecting your team is just could be detrimental to the growth anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we really focus a lot on the loan officers we have. We have very tenured loan officers, making sure that they're not getting neglected. They're getting everything they need to hit their goals and every type of support necessary for them to hit their goals and be successful inside the office as well as outside the office. Because that's one thing that's really different about our company or our region is outside the office, people support each other tremendously. It's not just 9 to 5, we're work buddies and that's it. It goes outside the office as well. And I think that's what makes the region really, really strong.
That's awesome. I mean, I love to hear how there's a focus on support and growth coming from within, and in turn that really helps everyone prosper as a whole region. So what are some challenges that you guys have faced in the expansion of becoming a region?
I think at one point we grew too fast. And that's a challenge on its own because you lose exactly what Tony spoke about. You're not taking care of the people that are already there. And that's when the door starts opening and closing and you have people coming in and coming out and you're like, what happened? So having somebody that's going to walk the person or preparing ourselves, right? Now we have somebody who walks the person during the onboarding period. And we have a team that takes care of this and make sure that person's taken care of and make sure they know, where to go, who to ask, how to get around, and somebody who's maintaining it, and then somebody who's keeping the metrics and somebody who's motivating and coaching and making sure that when somebody's in here, they are well taken care of. If they are here and if they stay, it's because they belong here. And there's times when we do hire someone and we're like, you know what, we're not a good fit and let's figure this out sooner than later. But we have I think we've done really good with recruitment once we learned how to grow, right? And what our expectations were to where when somebody gets hired, they're home. And I think that's every loan officer's goal. Number one, we're hiring loan officers who are career loan officers, not somebody that's here for the refi boom and not somebody that's here for, let me see, what I can do. I'm a stay-at-home mom and I want to try it for, right now. No, we hire career loan officers and you can tell the difference. And when every loan officer that we hire, it's consistently the same thing. They're looking for their forever home. They're looking for a place to retire. And we want to make sure that that's exactly what we give them, that we give them the family, we give them the support, we give them the coaching. The company is amazing. I don't know if you've ever compared the benefits that SNMC offers as a company as other companies that are out there. And we have an amazing company. They really treat us well here. And all we have to do is offer support and make sure that the loan officers are getting, everything that they can here.